Are you going to stay inside of this? Are you going to pretend to be free when you're living inside of this black cube matrix where there's less and less freedom here as the months and years roll on? They're trying to turn you into a machine, just like their quote unquote God, their AI, transhumanism. You're less and less human every year. You're surrounded by NPCs that fall for a scamdemic. Cover your face, cover your mouth, inhibit your breathing. You have to do what you're told. Just shut up and do what you're told, slave. You're going to live inside this black cube slave matrix forever and just pretend that you're free? Keep getting reincarnated and mind wiped in here? Is that what your plan is? You're going to stay in this? Why do you think they show you this? Why do you think they put these black cubes all over the world in major cities like London? What do you think that's about? What do you think they're doing? What do you think they're showing you? Why do you think they rub it in your face? They're literally rubbing your face in it, saying, here, look at this. Look at this. This is going to be the new Jerusalem. This is going to be, quote, heaven on earth. You're going to be trapped inside of a black cube. Slaves. You're going to have Stockholm Syndrome and pretend that you love it. You're going to own nothing and you're going to pretend that you love it. That's what they're telling you. I'm not making this up. You can look it all up. Look up everything that I just said. See if it's true. That's what they're telling you. You can choose freedom. Even if you're scared, you can still choose freedom. You don't have to stay here. You don't have to be a slave in a fucking black cube matrix, a false reality, a false realm. It's all artificial here. It's all illusions, lies, deceptions. They're literally showing you you're in a black cube. You're literally in a box. People talk about thinking outside of the box. You're living in a box. And a lot of you don't want out. Not on my channel, but there's people that I run into all the time saying they don't want freedom. They don't want out of here. They like it here. Maybe this is your realm. Maybe this is your home. Maybe you belong here. I don't belong here. This isn't my home. I plan on going to much, much better places. Way better places. Beautiful, magnificent, glorious places. Just glorious, glorious places. Just glorious. I know I'm being silly. I'm doing Jan Levi's impression there. John Levi. If you haven't seen my parody videos. But anyway, I'm not going to be a slave in a black cube the way the quote rulers, the sick, psychopathic, sadistic entities of this realm are showing you. That's not going to be me. And I'm trying to show you this so that you can say, hey, you know what? I want to be free too. You can free yourself too. They're showing you what you're going to be if you stick around here. You see what I'm saying? You keep reincarnating to this place and keep laughing off the whole, idea that reincarnation is happening here. Then you are trapped, and you're trapping yourself at that point. You're mentally trapping yourself, saying, oh, I can't do anything else. I'm afraid to go anywhere else. I don't want to try anything else. I want to go explore, man. I want to explore, man. Isn't that what one of the things the hippies wanted to do? I want freedom, man. I want freedom. Come on, man. Forget about corn pop and your and your freaking government masters. How about you come and go explore universes and be free? Be a free spirit instead of a slave in a black cube, a prison, like the Borg, assimilated into a black cube. That's what they want for you. It's not me saying that. This is real. Look it up. If you think this meme is fake or this photo, it shows these photos, if you think that's fake, go ahead, search for it. See what you come up with. They've been showing you, okay? And I'm showing you to say, hey, you don't have to follow along. You can choose freedom if you want to. Want freedom? Or does slavery taste better? Does slavery look better? Is that what you want? You want to be a slave? You really want to be a slave? Really want to keep having a Groundhog Day, life repeating here forever and ever? Having to do the meaningless little tedious things just to survive, and the upkeep of your body and the stuff that just, it gets so tiresome. At least to me, I mean, people that are thinkers and creative spirits and imaginative and stuff, some of this shit is just tedious. Just even having to clip your nails, brush your teeth, shower, do all this stuff, get dressed. Every day the same thing over and over and over again. I guess some people love that repetition. They love that routine. They love what's mediocre. I can't stand that. I want excellence, man. I want freedom, man, and excellence, man. You know? I want more than what the hippies said they wanted, which they really didn't want in a way. They were fake too. They were pretenders. And they were guided. Their whole hippie freaking movement was controlled. It was a psyop. The whole 60s was just a giant psyop. So was Acid, Timothy Leary, an agent. He was controlled opposition, a complete agent. The whole thing was fake. Hippies, feminism, it was all funded by billionaires. It wasn't grassroots movement or rebellion. Rebellion was the last thing that it was. It was completely controlled. Just a big Freemason psyop, basically. Look into who started and runs the Freemasons. You'll see what I'm talking about. Dig deeper. Look a little bit deeper. You'll start seeing what I'm showing you. It'll make sense. You'll be putting puzzle pieces together in your puzzle of what this reality is. Fucking breakneck speed. You'll be just going crazy putting these puzzle pieces together and going, now I see. Now I really see it. Starting to see it. Starting to see the way that it is here and what they want, what they're showing you. This is going to be your future. Take a good look at those black cubes. That's what they want. They want you boxed in like prisoners, like slaves. You know who some people don't trust? The ones that are trying to free them. They trust the mob, the stupid freaking mob. The unwashed, profane masses of fools, the idiots. Did you know that your masters, your rulers, don't even view you as being alive? They view you as walking dead, as zombies, as the unbecoming, that are not even becoming living, thinking, mindful spirits, sentient life. They view you as creatures for just following along stupidly. You can say that you don't trust strangers, but you're already following evil. You're following what the evil masters of this realm want for you, their plan. That's what you're following already. So you can say, hey, I don't trust you, or why should I trust you? You don't have to trust me. Right? You don't have to. You don't have to trust me at all. For one thing, you can research all this yourself. Another option is not researching it, just shutting off this video and saying, man, that guy's crazy. We're not slaves. We're not slaves in a matrix. You can shut it off and try to block it out of your mind. I will be a splinter in your mind, though. You will probably hear my voice and think, damn, maybe he's right. What if he's right? Hope that's the case. I hope you can't get me out of your head. I hope I am a splinter in your mind. Because what I'm saying is true. Do I know 100% of the truth? No, I don't. But I can show you what they're doing. I can show you evidence. That part is true for sure. Because it's right there. You can even travel to these places. Hey, if you want to go the extra mile, travel to London, UK. Travel to some of these places. Look it up where they have the black cubes right now and go travel there and see them and touch them firsthand. Make sure they're real. If you want to doubt me that much, go ahead. Go ahead. Spend some of your money and your time and your energy and go do that. Prove it to yourself. Don't prove it to me. But hey, if you don't want to trust me, that's fine. Just like if you want to keep reincarnating here, that's your choice. I'm really not going to stop people that really love it here. If you love it on Earth, believe me, I'll leave you alone. Like, you can come back here for 1,000 more lifetimes, 10,000. Some of your lifetimes will be pretty miserable, the way I see it. It's not me wishing that upon you. It's what I see. You'll probably be in a wheelchair in some of those lifetimes, severely disabled. Sometimes you'll be in chronic pain. You'll have very bad diseases. You might have Lou Gehrig's, like Alzheimer's, or not Alzheimer's, ALS. You might have stuff like that. Do you notice that some in this realm have that? That might be you. That might be you 20 lifetimes from now, or 333 lifetimes from now, or 666 lifetimes from now, or 69, 33, or 13. I can go on, That scare you? Do the numbers that I just used scare you? That I used on purpose? To filter out the idiots that might jump on my comments and say, I knew it, he's a Freemason or this or that. I could just filter them right out. I just toss in a little bit of bait once in a while. And they come out. The morons come out, the demons, the creatures, the fools, the toothpaste eaters. They just pop up. Not hard. They're just looking for something like that. They're not listening and thinking. That's the last thing they want to do. I couldn't get those creatures to think if I paid them by the hour. And I don't mean $5, $15, $20. I couldn't get them to think if I was paying them $1,000 an hour. They wouldn't be able to do it. They're that far gone. And some people could say, well, it's all the toxins, it's all the food, it's the fluoridated water, it's, the fluoride in the toothpaste, it's this, it's that, and this and that, and this and that. But some of it is their choice. Some of them really do choose to be ignorant and to remain ignorant and to rage against the truth. That's an expression that I haven't heard anyone else say. Yeah, I've heard of the band Rage Against the Machine. I mean, they basically support Biden and support the New World Order and support everything. They support, everything, the scamdemic, everything. They're part of the machine. They're not raging against the machine. They're part of the New World Order machine. But people, a lot of people in this realm rage against the truth. If you want to get them angry, don't lie to them. Don't try to fool them, or just tell them the truth. Tell them some real harsh truth. And you're going to get a response of them raging against the truth. You're going to get their rage, because that really, really provokes them. Or you're going to get fear. That's the other one. There's people watching this that probably shut this off just due to the image of these black cubes. That was enough fear for them. They couldn't handle that. They couldn't handle me talking about slavery. They had to shut the video off. Or they have no attention span, and they only lasted for 30 seconds or a minute. Hopefully those people last a bit longer when they're having sex, because, they sure don't have much attention span for videos. These toothpaste eaters. It's true. But yeah, some people, when it comes to truth, they rage against it, and they attack you, and they just try to say, well, you must be sad, you must be miserable, you're no fun, or who hurt you, and all these different responses. Or they're in fear. You know what? There's a lot of people not only afraid of the truth, but they fear being free. They're afraid of freedom. They want to be ruled over. They want shit decided for them. They want leaders to follow. They want to follow the leader. They don't want to be sovereign. They don't want freedom. They want to be led. They want leaders. They want to be led even if it means being led in chains, like chain gangs. You've seen prisoners that are all cuffed up in shackles and leg irons, and they're chained together and they're walking, shuffling along in a chain gang. Think I'm joking? Think I'm exaggerating? Being extreme or hyperbolic? I'm not. I'm really not. There's a lot in this realm that would prefer that to freedom. I'm not joking. And they would even tell you that in some ways. They'd say, well, at least I get 3 meals a day. I don't have to prepare my own meals. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to make money to buy the food, to make the meals. I don't have to take care of anything. It's all taken care of for them. They can live in a prison and just be taken care of. And that's what they want. They're afraid of freedom. So the messages that I put out there frighten them. And just like Antonin Artaud said about the ideas of madmen, and it just frightening them, the brilliance shining in a madman's head, it just frightens them. And it truly does. Am I going to apologize for that? Not at all. I'm me. I'm me. I'm going to continue to be me. I'm not going to be anyone else. And if you don't like it, too bad. If it makes you angry, makes you rage, too bad. If it makes you afraid, too bad. If you're insecure, that's your issue. It's not mine. That's up to you. How about you work on yourself? Heal yourself. Make yourself stronger. There's nothing wrong with my message, in other words. It's you that has the issues. If my message enrages you or makes you afraid or upset, you have the issues. I know society these days is never going to tell you that. I'm telling you the opposite of everything that you're going to get in mainstream society. They're going to tell you to go to a safe space, like college kids have, with little blankies and Kool-Aid and cookies, and cartoons on a TV. They're going to infantilize you. You're going to be regressing back to being a toddler. They don't want strong beings. They don't want warriors. They don't want truth seekers. That's what they want. They want you to regress back to being a toddler, to early childhood, just being a baby. They want you to have a little security blankie and a pacifier in your mouth, just like a little baby, as a college student or older. That's what they want for you. Cater to that. I don't follow along with any of that shit, all that programming in society. If you expect me to do that here, you're in the wrong place. This isn't a safe space zone where, if I say something, you start crying and I just hand you a blankie and some Kool-Aid and cookies and, you know what I mean? And just like a room that's decorated, a safe space, like a little 3-year-old's room or something. And you're supposed to be a grown adult. I'm not doing that. You can get that out. You can go to college and get that if you want to, but it's not going to happen on my channel. It's just not. I'll show you what's on your screen right now. I'll put that right in your face, those black cubes, and say that's going to be you. It's not going to be a safe space. That's what I'll show you. I'll show you the shit the other channels on here, the shill channels, are not going to show you. Do they show you this stuff and say that's going to be you? No, they don't do that. Why don't you ask yourself why they're putting those up all over the world? Maybe it has some meaning. Maybe you better look into it and inform yourself. Because I know there's going to be people watching this and just laughing it off, saying, man, he's crazy. What's he talking about? Black cubes? And what the hell? What's that all about? They're rubbing it in your face as you're denying it. The only people, some of you have instincts that are so fucked up, and it's incredible. It really is. The only people you really don't trust in this realm are the ones telling you truth. You trust all the liars and deceivers and the snake oil salesmen. You fall for all that shit. The religions, the governments, all of it. Just all of it. You know, there's countless people in the masses that just fall for all that shit. As I said, the only ones you don't trust are the ones telling you some real truth. So yeah, they want you to be slaves. Settle for that? You're going to settle for slavery? How humiliating. How can you have any pride in yourself if you settle for that? I don't understand that. And I'm not trying to demean you or put you down. I'm really struggling to understand that mentality of just, having no dignity in yourself, like self-dignity, and just being like, you'll accept being a fucking slave in a black cube, and you'll convince yourself that you're free, or you'll convince yourself that's heaven on earth. When I mean, oh God, it's sickening to me. It's warped. It's not real. It's not real. You'll be living in something fake and just lying to yourself all the time, telling yourself that you're free when deep down you know you're not free. Like in the Matrix movie, you're a slave, Neo. You gonna take that? You gonna settle for that? Come on, man. Come on, woman. Come on, lady. You gonna settle for that, boy? You gonna settle for that? You gonna be a slave for life and many lifetimes, or forever? You gonna just settle for that to stay here, stay put? Oh, it's not too bad. I'm a slave, but there's some creature comforts here. It's not too bad. Wow. I can't settle for that. Can't do it. And I realize I'm fully aware there's people on my channel that agree with me, and there's also other people here that see me as extremist when I say I will destroy this whole fucking matrix before I'll settle for that and be a slave. And I'm not joking. I'm not trying to sound tough. I'm not faking it. I'm not pretending. That's completely serious and sincere. I'll unplug this fucking matrix. All right? I'll put it that way. It doesn't deserve to exist. Once you really see what it is, you'll see what I mean. Because some of you are just looking at the surface. Still don't get what I mean. I don't think you do. I can look at trees just like you do. I can look at waves on the ocean, the beach. I've been to the beaches too. I've been to the oceans. I've been to Great Lakes. Swam in saltwater and in freshwater lakes. Been all over the place when it comes to that stuff. Been in forests. Okay? I've seen the earth from up in airplanes and all the different things that people say. Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this magnificent? I've seen it. I've seen it. All right? I've seen city skylines, day and night. I've seen beauty here, okay? Natural beauty, wildlife, animals. I've seen it. That whole you just don't see beauty excuse is just bullshit. I've seen it. I draw it. I paint it. I photograph it. And there goes your excuse. Then you're just like, wow, wait, he does see the beauty, but what else is he seeing? Maybe I'm seeing something you're not seeing, if you get what I mean. And I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying maybe I'm seeing parts of reality that you don't quite see yet. Maybe you will one day. Maybe you won't. It's a possibility that you never will. I'm not wishing that upon you. I hope you do see it. Maybe you aren't strong enough to see the suffering and the evil here that I see and others see. I'm not the only one. There's thousands that see what I see. I don't know how many thousands, but I know it's thousands all over the world. Maybe they're from my home. I don't know. Maybe we're the same species inside. That way, the same incarnation, the same kind of spirit. I don't know. But I see it. And I see it. A little bit of beauty sprinkled on top of evil. It's not going to fool me. And they're not going to fool me into thinking that I'm free in a realm full of illusions that's completely fake and artificial and full of evil and slavery. You're not free here. I'm not free here. But I'm going to get freedom. You understand that? I'm not going to be a slave in a black cube. I'm going to get freedom. Wow, do I sound dark? Do I sound, quote, negative? I'm going to get freedom. Even if I have to do things to the entities that I can't even say on YouTube. All right? You can label me whatever you want. But maybe I'm hardwired somehow to want freedom more than 99.9%. Because I won't settle for fucking slavery. I won't settle for slavery. I'm not living in a black cube. I'm not doing anything that they're pushing here. I hope this is powerful enough that it reaches right inside some people and wakes them up inside, if you see what I'm saying, and makes you look inside. Look at the external world too. Look at the evil here. Look at the black cubes. Look at what they've done in this realm. But also look inside and find your beauty, your inner strength, your inner warrior spirit. There's something inside you that craves freedom and doesn't want to be a slave. And I don't want you to be a slave. If I wanted that, I wouldn't even waste my time making messages like this. I'm trying to reach people. I'm making this, whether you have to be told or not, I'm making this because I care about you. I care about freedom, and I don't want a realm full of slaves. I think slavery is disgusting. It's sickening. It's evil, and it's wrong. Point blank. I try to be very clear and very blunt. Slavery's evil, it's wrong, and I want to help set people free, all right? I want people to help themselves too. Help yourself. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. Don't be a slave, and don't think like a slave. Who cares if you have a fairly comfortable life here right now at the moment? You may not in your next lifetime. Consider that. You may not in your next 50 or 500 lifetimes. That's also a possibility. You might suffer here for thousands of lifetimes and just get mind wiped again and again and just be abused here. Do you really want that? Or do you want freedom? Do you crave freedom? I'm trying to inspire people to want freedom, to not want to be a slave. Okay? And I'll risk anything for that. Do you understand that? Anything. I'm not settling for slavery. I will risk going to places that could be worse than this to get out of here, to see what else exists. I'm not staying here, and I'm not settling for slavery. And I hope this does inspire some people. I hope this reaches through those concrete, reinforced with rebar concrete bunkers that people are suffocating in and hiding in. They don't want to see the truth. And I'm trying to reach in, saying, come on, free yourself. Free yourself. I'm not kidding about this. I see so many mental slaves in this realm that it's sad, it's disturbing, it's disgusting, it's sickening. It's wrong, okay? You're not meant to be a slave. Hope everyone that hears this message chooses freedom. I really do. Hope you choose freedom. That's all I'm going to say. That's my message. Choose freedom.